I am to this game, the
Oh yeah,
No Break podcast. Welcome to the show, episode 45. Chris, Justin,
yo,
we have ourselves a third straight victory podcast. Obviously, there were some things that happened that have since kind of killed the mood or killed the vibe of that win. But before we get into that, let's just talk a little bit about the Jets win over the Green Bay Packers. Man, it does suck because like I was ready to come in here and be like, let's fucking go. We're 4-2.
fuck yeah,
We beat the shit out of the Packers, 27
Yep.
to 10. Really, Aaron Rodgers couldn't do shit all day. Our defense was fucking getting after him. We were running the
William.
throats.
yo,
A great team win, really. And finally, there's really no more like excuses or like there's really no
no excuses.
this win. There's no like third string quarterback or any of that nonsense to like disqualify it or discount it. We beat the former back-to-back MVP. This is a team that coming into the season, even after losing Devontae Adams, had Super Bowl aspirations. They have not looked good so far. But I think a lot of that has to do with us making them look bad.
I think Green Bay's been losing because Green Bay's they've been fucking up in recent games, but against us, that was strictly the Jets just beating that ass.
Oh yeah,
Well,
That's it.
I think it obviously didn't start in the first half, but second half we made adjustments to where it was favorable for us, and we decided to basically make Aaron Rodgers throw the ball, and when they tried to run, which is that's their strength now, because they have two running backs that are like legit. And we were able to, like in Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, and we were able to stop that. Meanwhile, like their receiving core isn't that strong, especially after Randall Cobb was like carted off the field.
Yeah, that hurt him.
And that was definitely one of his favorite receivers. But what's his name?
That made it pretty easy for them to
like
kind of
Romeo Dobbs and
Dobbs didn't do shit.
Alan Lazard.
Lazard
had like one touchdown.
Lazard had,
I think that was he had some touches, for the most part, like Sauce was like locking him down.
Yeah, the touchdown was on Brandon Eccles, and he was going to Robert Tonyan a lot, and we didn't seem to have much of an answer for that. But like it kind of it didn't really matter because he couldn't go to Robert Tonyan every play, and
that brings up the point still where we can't cover tight ends.
Yeah. I was gonna say we're lucky we're not facing too many great tight ends,
because he had the most yards, I think, out of that whole receiving core. He had like 85 yards or something like that.
I'm just going off of my eye test and memory, but I'm pretty sure he had the most receptions of anyone too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. He was the only one getting open for them because our corners covered the wide receivers.
Yeah, like anytime the Packers were able to get anything going on offense, it seemed like, or anytime they were getting first downs, it seemed like it was always Bobby Buckets getting those catches. But and we got another strong performance from Breece Hall and another Pepsi Rookie of the Week. For the third week in a row, the Jets win, and the Rookie of the Week belt stays in Florham Park. Breece Hall picking up his second. Well
deserved.
It's the fourth belt for the Jets this year. We got G-Dubs with one, Breece with two, Sauce with one. We about
spreading the wealth.
Yeah, we about to. But it was great. It was a great team win. They were able to, make those adjustments in the second half, and they just kept running the damn ball. That that touchdown that Breece Hall scored, which I think that was actually was that our only offensive touchdown of the game? Because I think or no,
so you're talking about like that two running back set where they were trying to run that reverse and then Breece Hall just decided to take it himself.
Yeah, like it was supposed to be supposed to pitch it back to Garrett, who was supposed
to throw a pass to I think Braxton Berrios or something.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a Philly special type of play, like the one they ran against the Steelers for the Zach Wilson gritty touchdown. But I think Breece saw that. Like I think Breece
saw the hole.
He saw the hole. I think he also saw that the defense kind of sniffed
covered.
Out actual call because
Zach wasn't open.
Yeah, Dean Lyman like ran over to Garrett Wilson behind the line of scrimmage, and I think that kind of inadvertently opened up that hole.
Yeah, that did open the hole. And Breece Hall, he did exactly what he should.
And as a rookie, like think about that. Like that awareness is wild.
That's what I was saying. Like fucking two weeks ago when he had the awareness to fucking just dive, get that fucking ball over the plane. That awareness Breece Hall has is gonna be fucking killer.
Yeah, and he's only 21. He's only 21 years.
21. Yeah, he is
22 until
he can ball. He can ball for real.
Yeah, he knows the game.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Iowa State don't fuck around. So I think the picture, like if you look at those pictures of all the Packers like chasing him on that touchdown, and it kind of looks like I don't know. It reminds me of playing FIFA and just everyone's like chasing the one guy, and he's like out there like by himself. It was a beautiful sight to see. That play also won me my same game parlay, which was so it was a very fruitful day. From the same game parlay, which I had Jets plus 7.5, Breece Hall anytime touchdown, and I had him rushing for over 55 yards. I probably should have had it to him moved it to him rushing over 100 yards, so I could have won more money. But then also the Jets money line and the Jets plus 7.5. So basically won all my bets on this game, cleaned house. The Jets won. I went to when I was at the game, as you all know, people were actually calling for Jordan Love to come in the game. Jordan Love did.
He did, right?
Yeah.
At the end.
That was kind of when I knew, like, oh shit, like we got Aaron Rodgers like benched, not like benched, but we got him pulled.
Like like there's no chance. You don't have a chance to come back in this game.
Might
Aaron.
as well get
the
backup some snaps.
Today ain't your day, Aaron.
Yeah.
But yeah, people were calling for Jordan Love to come in the game. Even before that, like people were pissed. But it was a great great experience. Lambeau Field, I'd say if you're a football fan, it's definitely somewhere you need to go before you die. It is also people in Wisconsin are just so fucking nice. Like I left my Airbnb at like 9 in the morning or so. I drove. I left at like 9 or 9:30 in the morning Central Time, and then I get there around like 10 or so, and like Green Bay is like not really a city. It's more of just like a neighborhood, and there's a football stadium in it. Like whole area outside of Lambeau Field, it's all like residential streets and stuff. So people will like turn their lawns into parking lots, and they were only charging like $20 to park. So I like pull up to
wow.
This is probably better than whatever $60 or whatever I'll have to pay at the stadium.
Yeah, easily. Let me park on my lawn.
So wait, I have a question. So like it's kind of like a section of a city. What city is it?
Well, it's Green Bay.
It's Green Bay. Oh, so like the stadium itself is like part of this like section of that city.
Yeah, like half the fucking town.
Kind of like a
basically like
okay. So like how like the town of Hempstead, it's like let's say it's in West Hempstead, something like that, or like Garden City.
It'd be like if I guess if a Hofstra was fucking Lambeau.
It's kind of like, it is kind of like the way the Coliseum is, where, it is kind of like the way the Nassau Coliseum is, where like it's just like a stadium or an arena, like in like a suburban neighborhood, basically. The neighborhood was much nicer than Uniondale, I will say that.
I figured that.
But it was a pretty nice neighborhood. But yeah, like basically these people, like they have signs in their houses like $20 parking. So I'm like, word, I'm gonna park on your lawn. And then some old man named Fred was like, oh, you're a Jets fan and you're here by yourself? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, well, do you want a beer? And I was just like, absolutely. So I just like chilled, I just chilled on like this person's lawn, and did the whole tailgate, drink beer, eat food. Didn't have to pay for any of that.
And then you just like walk to the stadium with them.
Yeah, and then you just walk like 2 blocks. Yeah, then you just walk 2 blocks.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Definitely got to go one of these days.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool stadium to go to. Like it's all bleachers and stuff, so like everyone's basically like everyone's like on top of each other. It's like very like old school in that sense. Like everyone's like on top of each other. There aren't really like, it's one of those stadiums where there's like no bullshit, no corporate suites. It's nothing like MetLife.
Right. Green Bay's a fucking people's. It's a people's. The people own the fucking team, don't they? Doesn't like a town own the team rather than?
Yeah, they have like the shareholders.
They have some share. Yeah.
They have like a
they don't own the majority, but they own like part of it.
Yeah. They have they have like a majority owner or like a spokesperson or something. Actually actually is like the the acting CEO owner guy. But yeah, no, it was really cool. I would definitely recommend going there. You could even feel like even just looking up and like seeing looking up and seeing like all the like numbers or names they had like retired on their big like board or whatever. You could see like, it was funny seeing like Brett Favre and then like Bart. You really feel
the history,
even though Brett Favre is a piece of shit, but that's like a discussion for another day, I guess.
If only the Jets had that culture,
I definitely recommend it. Honestly, they were so nice to me that like even after we beat their ass, because like usually when we beat a team's ass, like we've been hearing so much shit from the other fan base that we want to talk shit, like when we beat the Dolphins, it was like, yo, I'm keeping receipts of like every Dolphins fan. I'm gonna get real like they were so nice, and like I feel like low key they were kind of sleeping on us, the fans were, and maybe
definitely
because like these people did not know a single thing about the Jets. Like they were asking me like, oh, who's your quarterback? I was like, oh, Zach Wilson. Like, how do you know? Like Zach Wilson's our quarterback, and then they're like, and then Fred.
They just felt bad for you. That's why he gave you a beer.
Yeah, Fred, the guy who like invited me to the thing, he was like, oh, do you guys still have he was like, you guys had a quarterback was from Wisconsin. I was like, oh, are you talking about Mike White? He was like, no, it's not Mike White. And then it ended up James Morgan was the guy he was talking about. He was like, oh, you guys
Morgan. Oh my God.
He was like, yeah, he is, because he grew up a Green Bay Packers fan. I forgot about that.
Yeah. James Morgan's like from Wisconsin. I think he went to some school there. But yeah,
he went to high school, probably, but I think he went to like FIU or something like that.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's true. So I guess he went to high school and was like from around there. So they're asking me about like James Morgan and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, he's gone. He's in the past. And then and then he was asking me like, oh, what's your record? I was like, oh, same record as you, or 3-2. He's like, oh, so you're telling me this might actually like be a game? And I was like, really? I told him, I was like, I'm expecting it to be a good game. Either team could win. I wasn't expecting a blowout win by any means, but and to be honest, when I was planning this whole thing on going there, like when I was looking at the schedule when I first found out, I thought it was going to be a blowout loss, but we'll take it.
Baby. Yeah, fuck yeah. Green Bay was not ready. They weren't ready.
We
weren't. That's a good segue because we weren't ready for this Elijah Moore news.
No, we were
not. And Elijah Moore has decided to request a trade after a few tweets that he displayed on Sunday, I believe, after Rich Cimini was saying how he had 0 targets, which is true because the one target he had was flagged for a penalty.
Yes,
and I think in the last 3 games he really hasn't. I think he's made 3 catches in the last 3 games. One from the Dolphin, I think the Dolphins game, and then for 11 yards, and then the game before, I can't even tell you. But
in the Pittsburgh, Elijah Moore did have targets and catches early on, and then kind of disappeared in the second half.
Right, but the whole thing is when he tweeted saying, I'm just gonna paraphrase what he said, yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy and make it about myself.
He was like,
if I say what I want to say, I'm not. He's like, I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but he ends up saying it anyway.
Yeah. So he said,
I don't understand it. I don't understand it either. See, this is why you need to get your ass on Twitter.
by saying nothing, he said something because
he said something, right?
But my issue is, all right, his issue is that he's not getting targets. Is he getting open? Is he just not okay? Is Zach not seeing him? Is that his issue? Or are they not drawing up plays for him?
This is the thing, and you hit it on the second point. They're not putting him in position where he's strongest. And I saw this stat line between Garrett Wilson from Michael Nania. You saw it from Michael Nania at JetsXFactor.com. Check him if you haven't heard of him before. He basically was saying all right, Elijah Moore probably had the most routes ran between him, Corey Davis, and Garrett Wilson. And the thing was, I think it was 215, and then Corey Davis was second, Garrett Wilson was third. But the thing was, they put him in position to run more go routes, which is that's more for a Corey Davis receiver. Instead, they're having Elijah Moore run it. But at the same time, you could see the physical difference. He's not over here trying to catch jump balls. This is a player you try to put into the middle to just make short plays and then let him gain the yak
a corner and get open. Yeah,
because that's what he does exactly like Elijah Moore.
Yeah, they're treating
he creates separation and then creates yards after the catch. That's what you're supposed to make him do.
Why is Moore going on go routes?
That's what they have him set to do.
Why? That makes no sense.
That's a Mike LaFleur problem. That's a Mike LaFleur problem.
Elijah Moore, he definitely has some ground to stand on as far as this whole thing goes. I can kind of understand where he is coming from. I
100% understand where he comes from, but
I think he's kind of going about it the wrong way. I think that requesting a trade in the midst of a 3 it's very early to request. Even if the Jets sucked, it would be kind of early to request a trade. But to request a trade when the team is thriving, you're in a 3-game winning streak, and like Zach Wilson had to say it himself, and it's kind of not fair that Zach Wilson needed to answer questions about Elijah Moore too, and now this is a potential distraction and stuff. But Zach Wilson had to, Zach Wilson even said himself, we really haven't been throwing it that much at all. So, it's really not just Elijah Moore whose targets are down.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole receiving core.
It's the passing game, I think, that isn't being utilized as it should be. Which is why. No. Look, our running game. No, I'm saying phenomenal.
I mean, it's not. But I'm agreeing with you. It's not being utilized.
that's why I think Elijah Moore might not be wrong with requesting a trade. I don't think he wants to be traded. I think he's just requesting a trade so that it's that fucking
so that
noticeable.
he can basically like challenge the organization to utilize him more.
Yeah, well,
basically that's what it is.
I think I think this is a challenge to Matt to Michael Ford to fucking use the passing game more. Because we have so many different wide receivers that can do different things, and if you hot route one of them, like if you spotlight one for different plays, you can create so many different plays because they do. I feel like that's what Elijah Moore is probably trying to get him to do. Try to just use the receivers a lot more.
It could be, but I feel like it didn't even have to go that far. Like even just the tweet itself said it. It explained everything. Like that's all you had to read. And and I said this after he had replied to whatever Rich Cimini said, and I was like, you know what? Because anytime Jets fans react to anything that went wrong, Mike LaFleur he's watching. I guarantee he's watching. They end up making it work in that next week.
Good.
And it's been working because look, Quinnen Williams, what happened during that Bengals game? He was arguing with that defensive line coach, and guess what? He's been tearing it up ever since.
Yes, he has
60%.
Yep.
What 60%? What? And now he's been tearing it up. Now what? He's winning Defensive Player of the Week, Nickelodeon Player of the Week.
Yeah, and MVP, baby.
He can be Defensive Player of the Year. He has that potential.
He's heading that way.
It's going to be
that way because he's looking like he's got better stats than Aaron Donald right now.
I think he could.
He's through 6 weeks.
I think Quinnen Williams could garner a long shot Defensive Player of the Year bet, but I think that award is Micah Parsons' award to lose.
It is.
Yeah,
He's hands down a favorite.
He's still there, because he has a team that
favorite.
He has a way better defense to play with, so it gives him more opportunity to make plays.
But all the metrics and the eye test and everything, even the basic stats, like the basic stats, the advanced stats, and the film and the eye test, what you see, everything does literally every measurable form of data does confirm that Quinnen Williams is the second best defensive tackle in the league behind Aaron Donald.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's only because of Donald's his history.
Yeah, it's always going to rely on that because it is what it is. Like he has the resume for it.
Yes, 100%.
But back to Elijah Moore. Like this is where I want to counter it and play devil's advocate. Okay. If you want the ball, get the fuck open.
But you see, he doesn't want to be the third or the fourth read.
No, he should be the second.
He should be third. He should be. They should move
first
him to
or second,
or at least use him in the slot more. I think that's like the best way to get him going. He's probably also looking at like all the jet sweeps that Braxton Berrios gets. He probably
is getting that he'd do so much better.
It's thinking that he would be getting some of those too. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, hopefully, this is all just like hopefully this all just blows over and they get him plenty of time.
Just water under the bridge. I hope.
Now I have a kind of a devil's advocate take about the whole thing because obviously Elijah Moore requesting this trade, it kind of killed all the good vibes that were going through this 3-game winning streak. And, it's like, of course, like, even when we're winning, we have to have some sort of drama. But in a way, it's kind of refreshing in the sense, and I'll explain why. It's kind of refreshing to have a wide receiver that's a bit of a diva who wants the ball and isn't getting the ball. Like we have someone who's talented enough to want the ball and request a trade getting the ball.
Because he knows he'd be used a lot more on any other team.
It's all right. So in other words, it's like a good problem to have.
Yes.
It's still not a good problem to have, but it is a sign. In a way, it's a sign of growth, and like it's a sign of progress that you have, that you have so many good, that you have a receiver that
you have good options.
Yeah, that you have so many good options that someone feels like they're not getting their piece of the pie. Now, personally, I would not trade Elijah Moore unless he decides. If he decides to make it a problem and like he's inactive and he refuses to play and we have to play Denzel Mims, then okay, then we can talk.
That's a different story.
Elijah Moore, but
and this is another point I'll bring up after Hecker finishes.
If he's gonna request a trade and be like cool about it and still like play and everything, then my strategy would be don't trade him. Get him involved more, and see if hopefully that can like mitigate things, and maybe it boils over and we just forget about the whole thing. Now if if it comes to it and we do trade him, then
it's not gonna happen.
Then I would say
I don't think he wants to leave. The Jets don't want him to go. He just wants to play football. That's it. He hasn't been able to. He's not really playing.
The whole thing is like Salah brought it up, and he was saying, well, I guess he tried to like brush it off in the media availability, saying like, oh, he's fine. Elijah's fine. He just wants to contribute. Like he wants to be the center of attention. Like he wants to be.
I don't even think center. I don't even think center. The motherfucker just wants like 5 targets.
He wants to contribute, and he wants to be a reason why we win.
Well, yeah, everyone does though. Everybody.
Yeah.
If you're playing, everybody wants that. So you can't fault him for that. Like that's your job. That's what he wants. He doesn't want to be getting just running around for fucking 3 hours doing nothing, getting 0 targets. Fuck
I get that. I get that 100%. But this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what's Denzel Mims good at?
Nothing.
Nothing really.
Nothing. Like, what was the whole reason why they drafted him? It was because of go routes. Yeah, and this is the thing I'm trying to understand. You want to put Denzel Mims there?
Yes,
that's
exactly.
all he did in college.
If you're not going to use the motherfucker at all, just put him in for go routes.
Yeah, like
that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why would you put a 5'9" receiver instead of the 6'3" one?
Yeah, that makes zero sense. That makes legit zero sense.
Put Elijah Moore inside in the slot, and this offense could really start cooking. The thing that's weird to me though was like the whole reporting of this whole thing. So obviously, Sunday night Elijah Moore tweets what he tweets. It's kind of like, I don't know why you said that, but whatever. It seemed like it felt like it was squashed pretty quickly, and then it was weird that he missed, he practiced yesterday, I presume. And then today was the day that he wasn't at practice. And then, they said they were saying it was a family issue that he basically left practice to attend to a family issue.
That's what I saw.
And Rich Samini looked like a huge dickhead because he was like, frustrated with his team. Elijah Moore wants out or whatever. And then
get Rossini out of here.
Oh, you're just a fucking asshole trying to stir the pot like you always do. And then it turned out Rich Samini was actually right, but we're not going to apologize to him because he's still a job. And then it turns into, it was actually more football related. He just spent his day off with his family, which then turned into him requesting a trade. So, it's unfortunate, but we do have.
Yeah, maybe the trade was because of how the shit was reported.
Well,
like,
look. This
just started blowing him.
I think talk to Rich Samini.
This is what annoyed me. The whole thing about him. All right, Rich Samini had put that tweet out there first, saying Elijah Moore had 0 targets on Sunday, and he was explaining, it was that's weird and all this shit. I'm like, okay. Why are you putting out negative stats after we just won?
Because that's what he does. You have a commercial.
That was my whole point.
Like,
why?
Break.
For what? He's just trying to get like what clicks or some shit.
Yes,
I don't know what it is.
Yes, 100%.
That's all he was
doing. He's a bum.
No, Samini's a douchebag. No, it was definitely a dramatic day on Jets Twitter. But yeah, we are.
Are we on commercial break?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, we're currently on break, although the video recording is still going.
I really don't think the motherfucker wants to leave. I think this is all just like I think the locker room knows it. Like I think Zach feels bad that he's not getting the ball to him, and I hope it doesn't affect Zach's play.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't cause him to like force throws.
Exactly.
You can't blame Zach because it's not really his. He's still learning. He's still learning.
It's a Michael.
The thing is, if Elijah Moore is your second read and he's getting open and you're not getting the ball to him, then it's on Zach. But if he's running fucking go routes, that's not on Zach at all.
He's running go routes, and then they're throwing him
routes. You nix off in the first like fucking 2 seconds.
Throwing him these contested 50 Drake London balls against like corners. They're like, not gonna catch
but see, all this could have been solved. All this could have been solved if Elijah Moore just walked into Mike LaFleur's office and been like, "I want to get the ball. I want to make plays."
I understand.
It could have been kept in house, and he would have realized and said, "Okay, we're gonna try to work it in better." And it like your day is gonna come where you're just gonna break out.
That, but I don't know if the Jets coach if Michael LaFleur would make that change if it wasn't public. Like if Elijah Moore
but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if he didn't go public at all.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe last week he did go to Mike. Maybe last week he went to Mike like, "Yeah, I'm not getting targeted."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then this week he didn't get targeted at all. I'd be fucking tight.
And
I'd be tight as shit.
It could be true because this could have been brewing. This could have been brewing like 4 weeks before.
As I said on our break, it might have been possible that Elijah Moore went to Mike LaFleur, talked about him last week about not getting targets, and then he had 0 targets this week, so he went public.
Right.
Well,
and that could make a change.
Supposedly they had a conversation today. I think Mike LaFleur said that he had a conversation with him, and that it was and that like it was going to be kept in house, and that they were going to figure it out. But then a couple hours after that, it's Elijah Moore's requesting a trade. So it's kind of another example of like the flaky communication of the coaching staff.
If they talked and the talk was good, Elijah didn't have a reason to really come out in public and request a trade. If the talk was good and LaFleur said, "Yeah, we're going to get you more involved in the offense. Just wait for next week. We're going to get you involved more." Then that should be a promise from your offensive coordinator that you can take.
No pun intended.
And see.
I'm a little torn on, I'm a little torn because I love Elijah Moore. I got his jersey, had really high hopes for him, and I still believe him as a player. He's going to be really good in this league.
Still early in the season, and I think our offense is still figuring out exactly how they work. At least our passing offense is still figuring out shit.
Right.
Our
hopefully
run game,
situation where it ends up being okay. But I am torn because at the same time with the whole culture and stuff that the Jets are trying to build, they are trying to build a winning culture, and Joe Douglas, he loves his high character football guys who just love football and just want to play football and play for the Jets. And if Elijah Moore isn't if Elijah Moore doesn't if Elijah Moore gets some targets Sunday and has a decent game and he doesn't back down from his request, then at that point, he might not be somebody that like fits in with their plans moving forward. If he's gonna like, if he's gonna be like a first type of guy.
That I'd agree with, but I hope doesn't happen because then we'd have to actually look into replacing him this year.
Yeah,
more.
Yeah,
more for more. Like we would have to show what he could
Elijah
do.
Moore, and then bring him, trade him to Carolina for DJ Moore.
Oh,
I would do it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, DJ Moore is not getting utilized either, but he ain't complaining.
Exactly.
If the Jets had DJ Moore and they used him the way they're using Elijah Moore, I think it would be more effective.
I think so.
DJ wouldn't mind running go routes as much.
That and he is bigger, so he'd be able to catch.
Now that would be a wild trio: Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, and Corey Davis.
That would, but we need that short receipt. We need more for these short routes. We're not using him how he should be used.
And Braxton Berrios is getting all those snaps.
Yeah. And honestly, I want to keep Berrios. Berrios can do what Moore can do.
But see, Berrios
I feel like at a lower
he's
level.
already being utilized. He's already being used in special teams. So like I feel like he shouldn't be. He's getting 10% of snaps on offense at the slot, and Garrett Wilson's like taking up 62%, something like that, and then Elijah Moore is getting the rest.
You see, it should be Elijah and Berrios in the slot. That's it. Garrett doesn't need to be in the slot.
He doesn't, but he's been doing good in the slot.
That's
fine,
the thing.
But
that's the thing. Like, Elijah Moore could do exactly what Garrett Wilson's doing in the slot, and then we can have Garrett Wilson on the outside.
Right, but
like, that makes no sense to me.
Like here, this is how I look at it, because like when Garrett Wilson was at Ohio State, that's how he grew. He started in the slot first.
Yeah,
and they used him there, then started putting him out wide just so he can learn like all positions his freshman year. And then he blew up sophomore year on the outside because he was able to get open and start creating separation from receiver.
He has that skill. He has that skill.
It's his first year. That's why I get why they're keeping him in the slot more than any other receivers, at least when they have three out.
It creates more matchup problems because Garrett Wilson still has a couple of years of lifting weights before he's going to be like a real big number one receiver. So I feel like in his rookie year, putting him in the slot does kind of make sense to create mismatches.
It creates mismatches, but we don't. We don't need that. We don't need that.
We don't need. It's crazy how they have him covered by Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's the one getting covered by the number one corner on each defense.
Yes, as he should be. But he should be on the outside. He should be taking those corners.
And I was saying this. Remember, Justin, that I was talking to you on Sunday when we were watching the Packers game. I called you, and I say, why does he keep throwing Jair Alexander's way with Garrett Wilson? Yeah, and he's always covered.
And Alexander
why doesn't he throw to Elijah Moore?
Yes, we actually did. We said this. Zach was constantly throwing it to people that were covered like white on rice.
Yeah, he was, and it doesn't make sense. Like how much covered was Elijah Moore compared to that?
Yes, he couldn't exactly. He couldn't be that he couldn't be that not open. That you're covered. You're throwing to someone who literally has someone attached to them.
I got to go back and watch. I got to go back and rewatch that game. I got to go back and rewatch it.
I feel like Elijah Moore probably would have been open, but maybe he was running fucking go routes. Maybe he was running go routes and just wasn't able to actually use the field.
So this should be good.
I don't want to.
This is a good segue.
I'm very against fans using all 22, like casual fans.
I'm not using all 22. I'm just gonna rewatch the game.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is I don't want to see the all 22 to see if he was.
No, because that shit is boring as fuck.
It is boring. The people who do that shit are virgins, and they don't even know what to look for.
They're just nerds that are trying to break down like each position. Like I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to watch the game and be a fan. That's it.
Yeah, all 22. You watch to see certain
That's
mistakes.
for scouting purposes only.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
100% for scouting purposes only.
Speaking of virgins and nerds, fuck PFF and their bias.
You want to talk about PFF George?
Grades, and then there's PFF.
Fuck that guy. That guy's on my shit list. I cursed him out about 50 times this week.
Yeah,
man.
I can't stand him.
Yeah, and that PFF Ryan guy who's like a confirmed actual Dolphins fan. So really, he's just like biased. And I think I even saw like they had originally given Quinnen Williams like a 64.5 grade for Sunday's game, and then like
what?
And then Jets fans all bullied them and were like, "Hey, like, explain this." Like the dude was fucking all over. It's like, and then they like went and changed it to like an 81 or something like that. But like,
That's
I saw
nonsense.
I saw a thread on Twitter where I think it was PFF Ryan who basically admitted he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't actually watch the game. I was just trying to connect the dots." And
see, I stopped keeping track of these stupid nerd bitches from PFF. They probably have like some intern who gave him here, you have to watch the Jets game. Oh, I watched it now. So he gets a 64.5. Fuck you. They don't even watch the fucking game. I guarantee it, 100%.
If you're gonna
how do you get 2 sacks and then you get 64.5?
If you're gonna do stats analytics. If you're gonna do stats analytics, you better watch every fucking minute of the game, all 22.
You know who owns that company, right? Chris Collinsworth. Another fucking bum. Yeah,
they're all bums.
That man doesn't live by the stats.
They don't know shit. The only thing I can rely on is their advanced stats, and that's it. That's the only thing that makes sense because you can't grade that. It is what it is.
But now I want to question their advanced stats because I do check out their advanced stats.
And that's what I said. And Hecker retweeted that shit too when I said that this morning.
I don't.
I was like, so what else did you fuck up? Because they changed the grade.
Yeah, like what else are you wrong about? Probably like everything. And I mean, I don't really trust their advanced stats. One, because I don't really understand them, and two, because look, I'm all for data and analytics.
Because they rely on analytics.
It has its place in sports, but I don't think there's really too much time for analytics in football.
No.
There isn't. Football is one of the sports where analytics don't really.
Too small of a sample size. Like it's too small of a sample size. You only play 17 a year. A game that's like driven. It's very emotion driven.
Yes.
Like analytics makes perfect sense for baseball. There's 162 games,
100%.
Fuck ton of data.
Even basketball analytics.
Even basketball, too. I mean, you're playing so many games, like there has to be some sort of pattern within it.
Yes.
When you're only playing 17 games a year, that's not enough sample size for it. Yeah, Hecker's right.
And you're playing a game. You're playing a game with like a funny shaped ball that bounces funny. You just gotta embrace it.
And 50
there's so many things that
team.
can fuck up analytics that you can't actually equate. So many like just different things that you just can't put into numbers. You can't.
No. Yeah.
Right.
You're just guessing at that point.
So much of analytics, it feels like it's just like, oh well, if this didn't happen, then this team
would have happened.
But it did. It did. Oh my God! Someone broke his leg.
It did happen. So I don't know.
Every single game this year was the Jets being underdogs. Every single game, and we're still underdogs for this game. I get it because it's at Denver. It might be a pick'em at this point. I don't even know.
Yeah, if they're underdogs for the money line, I'm winning money again this week.
It was at like 3.5, and then it dropped to like 1.
Yeah, I think it might. I haven't checked Ryan since Elijah Moore requested a trade. I wonder if Elijah Moore requesting a trade moved the line back in Denver's favor. But the last time I looked, it was a pick'em, and it was like a very the odds were all even. It was like minus 110 for either team.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at the line right now, actually, and see where we are.
I picked up the Green Bay line at plus 275. I won money off of that.
Who was it? I don't know if it was Hecker, but somebody posted the Nathaniel Hackett video of like Russell Wilson's update, and then I think it was Hecker. So he was like, so pretty much there is no update because he didn't say anything.
Will Parkinson tweeted it originally, and then I quote tweeted it and was like, "Thank you for clarifying, Nate." But he basically he said nothing about it. I'm gonna go on a limb. I think Russell Wilson will play.
I hope so.
He does.
Because I hope so because what he was saying was like, we're gonna take everything into consideration. We're gonna rely on the doctors, the medical staff, and all this stuff, and saying like, oh, we're not gonna stop somebody who wants to play. And then on the other hand, he's saying like, well, we can't play someone who's injured. And then we doing all this. I'm like, all right, so what the hell is it? Is he starting or not?
Yeah. Oh shit! I won my first touchdown bet. Let's fucking go!
Who scored? Rondale Moore?
Rashid or whatever his name is.
No way.
I put $2 on him to score the first touchdown.
Oh, for the Saints. Okay.
Yeah.
Like $130 bucks.
I just put the game on now. It's 7-3.
Holy shit!
All right. So let's segue into the Broncos preview right now. Let's see
but if Russell's talking about like he's playing, that should be like an automatic win. We already saw last year.
I hope he does play so that we can hurt him more.
Who's their backup?
It's that
Brett Rippon.
Yeah,
well, no, they were saying it could either be Brett Rippon or Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson revenge game.
Oh my god, Josh!
Really, honestly, of the three, I really hope it's Russ.
No, I hope it's Josh now.
Yeah, so do I, because you hope it's Josh
and Brett Rippon killed us a couple of years.
He's gonna tear ass up.
No, stop it.
Are you kidding?
Give me gonna have two.
Give me Russell Wilson because he's been playing like shit and he's hurt.
I'll
take it all day.
Yo, the others aren't starters for a reason. They could play better than Russ.
Their defense is better than the Packers.
That's fine. Their offense will rarely be on the field. The offense is probably going to have 15 minutes on the field.
Is better than the Packers, which is saying something because nobody could get open. Their run defense not as good.
Yeah,
but I mean that's what we pretty much have to stick to the same game plan as we did against Green Bay.
No. This game, Brees is going to have at least 25 touches offhand.
At least 20.
I say 25.
Because he got 20. He got about 20, 21 last game. So it should be around there.
He's going to hit 25 this one.
I hope so. I have him in fantasy.
It's just going to be or they might not. No, he probably will say 25 because Michael Carter's going to be running too. It's going to be a lot of run. It's going to be a lot of run.
Man, put this on my grave right now. Michael Carter does not get dropped after the first hit.
He does not.
He does not.
Good friend.
I like that.
Fox Sports tweeted a thing, and it was like, which running back tandem would you rather have? And it was like between like the Cowboys with Zeke and Pollard and the Lions with DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. I was like, give me Breece Hall and Michael Carter.
Yes.
My friend Steve,
100%.
And he was like, what does Michael Carter do besides steal touchdowns from Breece Hall? I was like, he breaks tackles like
break tackles like a fucking man.
He catches passes out of the backfield.
Do not steal touchdowns.
Do not come to me and talk bad about Michael Carter. I'll put Michael.
Don't ever talk bad about the Waddle man. Don't ever talk bad about the Waddle man.
Wait, first off, anyone who says that one running back is stealing touchdowns from the other doesn't understand football and the two running back game. They just don't understand.
Too.
Like you can't have Breece Hall constantly fucking hitting people like that every single down.
Right. Even like a beastly, even like a beastly young back like him needs a breather every once in a while.
It doesn't work that way anymore. That's just not the game of football anymore.
But yeah, as it stands right now, from a gambling perspective, the Jets are underdogs. They are plus 100 on the money line, so even money, and they are technically 1 point underdogs, which basically what Vegas is saying basically they're giving Denver the home field advantage. They're basically saying,
pretty much.
Or if this was a neutral field, the Jets are the better team than the Broncos. And in order for the Jets to win this game, I don't think this is going to be an easy game.
No, it's not.
People,
it should be. It should be. It's not
going to be.
It's not going to be. I don't know if it really should be. I mean,
yes, 100%. I know Denver's defense is good, but I'm saying our defense should keep them down long enough where we can blow out the game.
Right, because their offense is not great at all.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I mean. It should be an easy game. We should be able to get up 2 possessions by halftime.
I don't see it, to be honest with you. I see
this game being like a 1-score game.
Yeah, I think it's
less than a touchdown.
That's
I think it's gonna be a pretty tight game.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I think so. I think so. I would take the under on this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, the over under
absolutely.
Half.
With Jets this year, Jets, Packers, and Broncos, I would take the under on any game they're playing.
I would only take the under. What's the over under? I'm only taking the under.
Shit. It's like
38.
I'm only taking 40. It's 38.
Yeah, it's 38.5 on
draft. Oh my god, it definitely dropped because it was like at 43 2 days ago.
I would only take the under. I would only take the under if I don't expect the Jets to score 30 points. That's the only reason I think
them to score 30 points.
Nah. So I would take the under.
I'm not expecting 30 points.
I'm expecting maybe 20.
I say blowout. I say blowout, but we can blow them out under 30 with our defense.
We could. I mean, we blew out Green Bay 27-10. The under would have in that game. I mean, really, but the thing is, like, even regardless of how good or bad the Broncos are at the moment, Denver in general is like a very hard place to play. It's a place where the Jets have struggled to play historically. In our last 2 trips to Denver, the Jets have scored a total of 0 points in both of those games.
That's terrible.
That's just not good. Not what you want. There's also, it's come to my attention that that I'm kind of like this going to all these road games and seeing all these wins, that I'm kind of a good luck charm for the Jets.
You gotta go to Denver.
As of right now, I have
to go to Denver.
But if people want to raise money or perhaps start a GoFundMe to get me to this game in
the next 2 days,
if we could raise like $700 to $1,000 in the next 2 days for like airfare and a ticket, I'll go to Denver. Fuck it.
That's it. That's all we need.
Yeah, but assuming that doesn't happen, I'll be watching at home, or I might even miss some of this game because I actually have tickets to a concert that was supposed to happen on another day, but it got rescheduled to Sunday, and it starts at like 5:00. It's really fucking annoying and inconvenient. How dare anybody else not base their schedule and their things around the New York Jets? It's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's rude. It's audacious, and I will not stand for it. But I'm going to go to that concert because I already got the tickets, and this band will probably, with my luck, this band will probably never come to America again. So gotta go. But I do think, as far as the Jets, how they're going to win this game, I don't think they need to. I think there's a way for them to get Elijah Moore involved more and also still, be effective and win the game. Because I do think it should be another run-heavy game. I know that a lot of Jets fans have been calling for the Jets to air it out more. I do not think that this is the game to do that. Denver has. Denver
this is the game to test it. This is the game to test it. You're playing a good defense and a shitty offense. So you can take some chances and still recover.
You can take some chances, but I still think that running the football is going to be the bread and butter, the key to success of winning this game. Because I think Denver is like first in the league in pass defense, and they're still pretty good against the run, but not they're not nearly as good against the run as they are against the pass. Patrick Surtain Jr. is a fucking dog.
He is elite. Yeah,
he's up there with there with Sauce.
He's top 5 for real.
Yeah.
I'd say
the man. I think
this is my thing.
Rookie of the year.
I think they know their weakness, and that's the run game defense. And I feel like they're going to expect us to run the ball a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I feel like you just have to mix it up with as much as you can. Just confuse them.
I don't think our run game is going to be great in the first half. Come second half,
I mean, well, the first, at least first quarter, I think it's just more adjusting to how you feel the game is going, and then you see the weaknesses of the other team and how they're playing that game, and then you exploit. Yeah.
That's one thing I gotta say about this coaching staff that they've done very well is that they go into the game plan, they work that game plan to halftime, and they make their adjustments, and they make great.
That is 100%. I cannot knock it for that. They've been making the adjustments, and that's how they've been winning in the fourth quarter.
Offense and defense.
Yeah. Both.
They've been doing well there. They've been doing they see how the team's coming out to defend them, and they go, all right, look, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do to score now.
Yeah.
So let's change up the game plan.
That's how it should be.
It's a combination of the adjustments, and I think it's also like just wearing the defense down with their running game, Breece Hall. Like I think, especially noticed in the Miami game, like in the first half, the every time they handed off to Breece Hall, he was getting like 2 or 3 yards. But then in the second half, like those gains were turning into like 6 to 10 yard games, and then like it was only a matter of time before he breaks out a big one. So it's a combination of like adjusting properly, being competent with your adjustments, and also just wearing the fuck out of the defense. I do have some bad news. Alex Bregman hit a 3-run home run. It's 3-0.
Oh, holy shit! Our
season is probably over. And, the Islanders are losing the Devils 2-0. Everything's bad right now.
Rangers update. What's the Rangers update?
Rangers are tied 2-2 with the Sharks after 2 periods.
All right, cool.
Wait, so isn't the baseball series best of 5 or 7?
No, 7.
It's best of 7, but I am.
But the way they're playing, you can tell it's.
But I'm going on a limb now, and I'm going to say that the season is over for the New York Yankees. Congratulations, Snatch. Wink, wink. Trying to get a little jinx in there.
The Astros gonna win it all. There's the jinx.
Thanks. Now I gotta live with this shit over here.
I think Justin just might have given the Astros the kiss of death. Hopefully,
I hope so. You're gonna see Aaron Judge grand slam.
Man, you can't do that if he's batting first.
All right, I think it's time to get into the picks.
The picks.
I guess we can't do the Thursday night game now.
But the Saints are going to win
that game. One out. Yeah, they probably are.
The Saints are.
You want to make just score predictions? That game?
Or no? We can do score. We can do the score. Won't matter.
Next game.
Yeah, I don't know because I actually had the Cardinals winning.
So Kyler might pull some shit out of his ass, but he's been a bum all season. He's been a fucking bum.
It's currently 7-3 Saints. The Cardinals have the ball at their own 20-yard line. The Saints are going to win this game, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the Saints are a team of destiny. Now, you might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? This team sucks. They're 2-4. They're not going anywhere. Andy Dalton's currently. However,
Champagne ain't there.
And I'm not talking about the playoffs. I'm not talking about no Super Bowl. I am talking about the bird gauntlet of the NFL. The Saints to beat every bird team in the NFL. They've already beaten the Falcons and the Seahawks.
Ravens? Oh, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Okay, so they got Ravens and Eagles left?
Definitely not happening.
They got the Ravens and the Eagles, and then they'll have the Falcons again. I think the Saints are going to do it. I think the Saints are going to beat every bird team. Yes.
No way. No way. You're high.
Is that a bet? Can you make that bet on like DraftKings or something?
But I don't think parlay. I don't think you can parlay the same team to win multiple games. Like I don't think you could parlay the Saints to win like 5.
Oh man. I would have parlayed the Jets
probably bet
season.
like 1,000.
I would have parlayed the
put
Jets
down
season.
Like 100. you put like $100 and then you'll win like $1 million.
Yeah. Not even 100. Shit. Probably $1. Bet 17 games.
No, I meant for all the bird teams.
Oh, for all right, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Here goes Kyler running like a stupid ass bitch.
He's a bum. He's a bum. I thought the man. I thought he was actually gonna do well this season.
Do you have a? Are we actually? Nah, fuck that game. Let's just go to Colts Titans.
Yeah. Before we do that though, let's take a break real quick because we got like a minute.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Do the break.
Yo, these Islanders.
Sucking.
We can't be relying on fucking deep.
What's their record right now?
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
But we're about to.
I think we're 3-1
right now.
My boy's advantage.
Yeah,
that's my boy right there.
Fuck's advantage, Ed.
Yeah,
Fuck's advantage, Ed, and Panarin until they leave.
Hey, leave Panarin alone. That's my boy. That's the bread man. You know, for the longest time, I thought this kid was like 21 and he's like 30.
Yeah.
I was damn, he's that old.
He had a late start. Yeah, he had a late fucking breakout.
He did.
Honestly.
Yeah, he did.
But he god damn, he had a breakout. He had a fucking ridiculous breakout. Fuck out.
I mean, he's like the perfect assistant.
That's what we need Matty B to be. Fucking if Barzal could be the perfect assist player.
Barzal,
we'd score 2 goals off that line every other game. Fucking Islanders.
Hey, don't be hating on my boy's advantage yet.
Nah, fuck the Rangers.
That dirty Swede. That dirty Swede.
Yeah, I just want to see Shesternek go down. I just want to see him go down.
I thought he got hurt. I think he got hurt.
Did he?
Is he not playing?
Not this game. The last game. No, he's probably playing. Fuck me. He doesn't give a fuck.
I haven't. Yeah, fucking hockey.
Russians don't care.
Nah, they don't. They're a different breed. Honestly, whole different fucking breed. Motherfuckers can be out there like, I got a broken arm, no worries. I just got to check a couple people, right? Fucking different breed.
Yeah. So I will. Well, I guess I'll wait till Mo gets back. But we might have some breaking news.
For the Jets?
No, not for the Jets. Not for the Jets. Possibly for the other team that plays in MetLife Stadium. Now this isn't anything. Now this is not anything that's confirmed or anything. This is just me reporting what I'm seeing on Instagram. Which is what I'm seeing on Instagram is a picture of Odell Beckham and Saquon Barkley.
No. Is that really gonna happen? No fucking way.
Nothing's nothing's confirmed. Nothing's been announced or anything like that.
Hey,
but
look, they ain't got no receivers.
It appears
I'm all for that, but OBJ, you could do better. Like, I'm all for OBJ going back to the Giants and having a stellar comeback.
Odell,
helping out a
Odell?
team that's fucking 5-1 right now would be great for him.
All right, I'm not gonna lie.
Nah.
Well, I'll save it. I'll save it for. All right, where are we at with we're starting the picks now?
Yeah, we're back live. No, I was just reporting what I saw.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
No way. Look, if OBJ goes back to the Giants, that's a terrible career move.
And if
terrible.
We should just sign OBJ now, and then we could Elijah Moore.
Yeah,
100%.
I would like that.
If he wants to live in New York, come to the Jets. Come to the Jets. You have a better chance.
I would trade one drama queen for another one. That makes sense.
I wouldn't want to get rid of fucking Moore. Just use Moore how he should be used.
I don't want him to go, but shit, you want to fucking leave? I can't tell you shit. What am I supposed to do? What can I tell you? You want to leave? Go then. Shit.
But like I said, I don't think he wants to leave.
Look, I don't think so either. But
there's no way he wants to leave. No way that he's in that culture and he wants to leave.
I think you know what I think. I think someone's in his head and they're just saying, all right, you should do this. But this is what I'm saying. Jamal Adams, Robbie Anderson.
Well, Elijah.
No.
Don't. He wasn't
don't put Elijah Moore in that bucket.
But look.
Don't put him in that bucket. Don't put him in that bucket.
We're actually winning though. We're actually winning. That's even worse.
No. I understand it's worse for the culture, but like I said, I don't think the locker room's affected by this at all. I don't think the locker room's like, oh, Elijah Moore wants to leave.
No.
So that's why I don't think it makes a difference that Elijah Moore.
You're not going to like everyone you work with. Not everyone you work with is going to be happy to come to work. That's just
100%. I think the Jets offense is like, Elijah Moore should definitely get the ball sometimes. 100%. I think Zach even thinks that.
You think that there are players that are
he definitely does. He wants to distribute to everybody.
Get you the ball more, like
that's it.
Right to be mad, kind of.
I think the offense does think that he has a right to be mad, but it's just how the offensive plays are being called.
To be mad a little bit. I think he's going it kind of the wrong way. I think requesting a trade is an overreaction, especially.
I think so.
Like it's still you think it's an overreaction, but think about it this way. Let me just posit one thing. Think about it this way. You start the season, you get a playbook, right? You get a playbook. There are certain plays where you're gonna be the star fucking receiver.
Sure, absolutely.
Right? So Elijah Moore must be looking at his playbook week after week after week after week. He's not a star receiver as many times as
Torres got a base hit. We're only down by one now. The kiss
lives. But look at it this way. At the same time, what was he doing last year?
But you can argue that, but this year,
why didn't he just request a trade last year then?
Because the team sucked. No, because he saw what the offense could be. He believes in the offense.
That's not what what's the offense now?
The offense is great right now. He's just not being used as much as he should be. For instance, maybe if he was used more in the first half, maybe if he's used more in the first half, it wouldn't have been 3-3. Maybe we could have had a lead in the first half.
Okay, well, it could have been the other way around.
True, 100%. You're right.
You get that's just like
it could be. It's all conjecture. Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, it is.
But the man proved that he was the most dominant offensive player last season, and he has been used that way this season.
Right. And the only reason he wasn't as dominant was because he was out for a certain amount of games last year. Other than that, because he had 550 yards or something like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think he was the most dominant person on the field when he was on the field for our offense.
Yeah, of course. And I don't know whether it has to do with last season. This is a different team now.
It's a different team, and he has to realize that he's not that number one person anymore. That's going to be Garrett Wilson. 100% that's going to be Garrett Wilson.
And I think that's the problem.
I don't think he minds taking a step back, but he took a step back to nothing.
He took like 2 steps back.
Yeah. It's not like he had to be like, all right, no, there's a receiver that's taller than me and better than me. That's fine.
He took one step back to number 2.
No. He's not even number 2 right now. He's like number 4. I think he's being used less than Barrios.
I mean, you are right, yeah.
That's
where
right.
he's just like, that's where he's like, oh no. This makes no sense.
I get that because he's definitely a more talented receiver than Barrios. I can tell you that too.
But the issue is our offense works even when he isn't being used as much as Barrios.
So
that's
in
the
a way,
issue.
He's kind of like that decoy receiver where the ball may be expected to go to him and then it doesn't.
Not.
They just use everything else.
Yeah, and he doesn't realize how important that is. He doesn't realize how important that is.
Yeah, he doesn't,
because he wants to touch the ball, and you can't blame it. You can't blame a receiver for that. You can't.
And here's like a little tidbit or a little point, and I'm not sure, Mo, you might have alluded to this earlier, but like last year, and maybe you were alluding to this when you were like, why didn't you request a trade last year? But like last year, it took like till week 6 or week 7 to actually get Elijah Moore going. Like Elijah Moore was pretty invisible
in that shitty offense.
Last year. Granted, yes, it was a shitty offense with a rookie quarterback, and Elijah Moore was a rookie and a whole rookie coaching staff. But it did take it did take them a pretty long time, to really get Elijah Moore going. So I feel like it's kind of, it is kind of early for him to be, and it seems like kind of a knee-jerk reaction for him to be like, jumping to requesting a trade.
And that's where Hecker, I think you're right, where people are talking his head. People are like, no, look. My
question is like,
you could be this level. You could be this level, but they're not using you. They're not using you. But he's thinking
Brown.
It's about the fucking yes. But Antonio Brown.
So do you think
AJ Brown. That's what I meant. AJ Brown.
Boy. So here's my question. You think maybe
better analogy.
Maybe AJ Brown's just trying to get him over to Philly.
Hell no. Fuck that. That'd be wild. He'd be wild to go to Philly because even Devontae Smith isn't being used as Devontae Smith should be used in Philly.
Right.
And Philly is dominating. And Philly is fucking dominating. He'd be willing to go there.
Which I mean, so like you can't in Devontae Smith's position, you can't request a trade.
Exactly, 100%. But honestly, I would say the difference between Devontae Smith and Elijah Moore is Devontae Smith came out his rookie year actually like he proved himself to a different worth than fucking Elijah Moore. So I don't think Devontae Smith thinks that the team is using him less. It's just the fact that AJ Brown is getting open more. Elijah Moore is being used less because he's running fucking dumbass routes that aren't using him to his potential.
Right.
Devontae Smith is at least running routes where he can get open. It's just the ball is not going his way.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, it just boils down to how they're not being used correctly. That's what it seems to me.
We kind of went over, and that's like that's pretty public knowledge at this point.
Just use your receivers. We have so many talented receivers. Just put them doing what they like to do, and they'll get open.
And like we
just scheme it properly. That's it. That's the offensive head coach mind. I don't have that fucking mind. I'd be a terrible head coach, a terrible offensive coordinator. I'd be like, pass the ball to him all the time.
I don't even want to know.
I know you would. All right. So let's get back to the topic at hand here. Before we do that,
I do have like one quick question. So, we kind of alluded to like the whole thing where, maybe there are players in Elijah Moore's ear that are kind of like getting in his head that have led him to this. Do you think maybe there's anybody else like that has been influencing Elijah Moore? Like, do you think maybe an agent, perhaps a family member or something?
I would say it's more agent and family. I would say definitely more agent and family.
I wonder if someone in his so he took the day off from practice today. I do wonder if, and he spent the day with his family. I do wonder if like his dad maybe said like, oh yeah, you should request a trade. Like you deserve better. or
they
some
probably
shit.
did. They probably did it because they don't understand. Like, I think this move was brought up by somebody that doesn't know the fucking business.
If it was his agent who influenced him to do that, then that agent is retarded.
Fire the agent. Fire the fucking agent. He's not going to do well for you.
That's just such. That's a bad PR move, really, because like
it is.
You're like it's a bad look. It's a bad look to request a trade because you're on a winning team, then you're not getting enough targets. Like, what other winning team is going to want to trade for you by that like logic? Like, yeah, you're real talented.
Well,
not only that,
you're just gonna end up on a losing team and then just get the targets you want.
Yeah, could you imagine if you're Chris Godwin
and you could get and if that's all you want, that's fine. It's easy to just want to get the ball and get paid. Like, I don't have an issue with that.
But it's about winning the Super Bowl. It should be about winning the Super Bowl.
It should be.
You want to be on a team that can win a Super Bowl. It'd be like if Chris Godwin was like, "Oh yeah, no, you're throwing it to Mike Evans too much. Throw it my way."
I think for a lot of players, like, when it comes down to it, winning a Super Bowl is kind of secondary to them. They care more about, taking care of themselves and getting paid. And,
I feel like a lot of players get that way. Like, when you get into the NFL, it's about the Super Bowl because you think you're good enough to be on a team that you can take to the Super Bowl. At least if I was going to the NFL, that'd be my mindset. Just like, all right, whatever team drafts me, that's the team that's going to go to the Super Bowl, and eventually it'd be like, no,
right. But when it comes to like picking a team, though, like picking a team to sign with or picking a team to get traded to, players don't always pick winning over.
No, because I feel like at some point you realize your talent level, and it doesn't matter where you go, you want to get paid.
Right. Yeah, and
but Elijah Moore is not that type of person.
So, can't blame him for that.
No. But Elijah could stay on his rookie contract, get paid later on, but he could stay on this team and win a Super Bowl possibly.
It's not impossible. This team, we can start. I think, like, especially if we win Sunday, I think we could start talking about the playoffs team.
Yeah, like,
I'm over it.
Which is why the playoff contenders.
It was such a buzz.
I don't even care anymore. All right, let's do these damn picks.
What's the first one? Colts.
I'm tired of talking about Elijah Moore. Yeah, Colts, Titans.
Moore's gonna stay a Jet. He's gonna stay a Jet. No worries.
Yeah, he probably will.
Hopefully, hopefully that all boils over. Hey, Elijah Moore, we know you're listening. We all love you. Please stay.
Yes,
100%.
Everything you need and everything you want is right here. Just be patient. Your time will come to shine, and you will.
The floor user. He doesn't realize he's only a sophomore.
Take a step back, realize the bigger picture. Anyway, picks. So Colts.
That being said, I'll be taking the Titans.
Yeah, give me the Titans, but I have a bit of a plot twist. So I do think the Titans will win. However, I think this is going to be the Malik Willis coming out party. I think the Colts will get off to a lead early, and I think Tannehill will be stagnant, and then finally the Titans will say, all right, enough of that, and they're going to bring in Malik Willis, and Malik Willis will lead them to victory, and he will take over the starting job, and he will lead the Titans to a division title.
No, I'm picking the Titans. I'm picking the Colts to win this one regardless, but that take kind of
that's a bit of a
take that take. Right. Look, I think the Colts are going to win it. I think the Colts will come out dominated, but if Malik Willis comes in, maybe they come back and win. I'm still taking the Colts.
Yeah,
taking the Colts.
Well, next game we got the Jags versus the Giants.
Give me the Giants.
And I will. I'm feeling lucky here. I think there's an upset. I will be taking the Jags.
Yo, actually, that's not an upset because the Jags are favored in this game for some reason.
Are they really?
They are. Yo, I'm considering picking up the Jags defense in our league right now. Actually, if either of y'all pick up the Jags defense,
isn't that bad.
Oh no, it's not. And I think that the Giants defense will make some crucial mistakes that'll put some points up for their defense. So that'll be good.
I don't know. I felt some type of way about this like earlier today, and I was like, you know what? I feel like the Jags will win.
I thought the fucking Packers
Trevor
were
Lawrence
the one
is not
to
bad.
stop them. He's not. He's not bad. Trevor Lawrence is certainly good enough to beat the Giants. The Giants are on a fucking tear that no one is
Giants to me are like they're like a weird 5-1.
It's definitely
in a way
wonky 5-1.
The NFC East for I think like for the second season in a row has had the easiest schedule. So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the NFC East.
No, I know what you said. I'm just saying. A quick question. So I feel like there's been a lot of talk. Obviously both New York teams are good, and we're not talking about the Bills. They are Canada's team. They're not a New York team. That's so hard for people to understand. But anyway, the two New York teams, the Jets and the Giants, finally are really good. But I feel like there's a lot of talk about, their records being kind of fraudulent or fluky. We're all very biased here, but which team's start is more fluky, the Jets or the Giants?
Giants, easy.
I agree.
Wait, started from like the beginning or now?
I'm saying
every game.
Every team's start to their season this far has been more fluky.
Yeah, Giants.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
We all agree. If only Paul was here, maybe you.
He probably said Giants too.
The Giants easily had some wins that were.
We're the more talented team. I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty objectively true. But no, I am picking the Giants to win.
Okay.
Justin, you took the Giants.
It's probably going to happen. It's at New York, or New Jersey. All right, Justin, who you got? Jags.
So the Jags.
I got the Jags.
Favorites. I thought. Oh no, it's
Jags.
There's no home game at MetLife this week. That's so sad.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville.
I think the schedule it said it. I thought it said it was at MetLife.
I'm looking right now. It says Giants at Jaguars.
What the fuck? Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah, the game's in Jacksonville. I think that's probably the only reason they're favored to win.
Yeah. Probably.
I can
all right. Next game. We got the Atlanta Falcons against the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Bengals will win, but the Falcons will cover. Undefeated against the spread. The Atlanta Falcons are America's team for gamblers. They have covered the spread every game this year.
Who's the quarterback for the Falcons this game? Who's the quarterback?
Mariota.
Is it still Mariota?
I believe so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, they won last year.
I'm taking the Falcons for this game.
Nice.
I don't have an explanation. I just think the Falcons are actually going to win this game.
God damn it! I always gotta take the fucking underdog. All right. All right, we got a division rival here. Browns Ravens.
You already know my pick.
Take the Browns. I already know.
What? You're wild.
No, I'm joking. It's Lamar Jackson.
What did you take? You took Cincy.
Ravens.
No.
Hector's taking the Browns.
No, I'm taking the
Ravens. Ravens. Yeah. Ooh, I gotta find out. Is Nick? You know what? I'm gonna be that asshole and take the Browns.
Oh,
yeah, you take the Browns.
These division games.
Yo, not gonna lie. I think I jinxed fucking Lamar Jackson this entire season. I was like, yo, this is gonna be the season to come out passing, and he's been coming out passing. He looked strong for a while, and then just so many terrible last drive passes. Absolutely fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, you let me down. He's letting me down
because he's not reading that blitz. That's why. All right.
Yeah, but he never had to read the blitz. He'd always run.
Yeah, well, that's why they didn't pay him yet. All right, next game, Seahawks,
But they
Chargers.
paid Kyler.
Give me.
Seahawks and Chargers. I'm taking Geno Smith all day.
I'm taking Geno too.
Ooh.
And this is a
Wow.
This is technically a Geno Smith revenge game because he was technically on the Chargers.
Yeah,
Too. So
he
I'm taking Geno. I think the Chargers are a bunch of frauds. Yeah, give me the Chargers. Or I mean, give me the Seahawks.
The Chargers are looking like frauds. The Seahawks defense is looking pretty fucking formidable. Last week and a half, I'd say. But the Chargers are gonna win this game. Come on. This got to be a get right game for Justin Herbert. Just show you're a dominant quarterback. That's all you got to do.
Fraud. I'm gonna share my screen so that you
show you're a dominant fucking quarterback, Herbert.
Elijah Moore found out that Zach Wilson. That's a fake Ian Rappaport account. I was like, oh shit. All right. Next game, Chiefs 49ers.
Chiefs Niners. And that game is in San Fran.
It is. I'm taking San Fran.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna take them. I think Debo is gonna go off. Their defense is not that great.
Their defense should be better than it is.
Give me the Chiefs. Last time I bet on the Niners to beat the Chiefs, it was the Super Bowl a few years ago, and I lost. So after that happened, I told myself I'd never bet against Patty Mahomes again.
This is the first time I'm going against him.
I gotta say you're wrong, Mo, because
my problem is every time
I bet you do.
Chiefs, I always do that too. So like, there's just no winning in this world.
Sorry, P.A. Mahomes is finally looking like the quarterback that he was 2 years ago.
When he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like he hasn't looked like that quarterback. I'm sorry if y'all think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong at all. He hasn't been that.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
He hasn't been that quarterback.
I'm just feeling lucky
until this season. This season, he's actually going out there creating plays like Russell Wilson used to back in his fucking prime, and showing that there's no other quarterback like him. I'm taking the Chiefs.
All right. And now we got the second to last game matchup here for our lineup, and that is Pittsburgh versus Miami.
Hey, Steelers. Woo! Here we go. I'm picking the Steelers. Let's go.
All right.
Tua's coming back, right?
Please
he is.
Back.
Yeah. He's supposed to be back. Yeah.
Is Tyreek Hill playing? I know he had some issue. Issue. He said.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins. The Dolphins should win this game.
Taking the Dolphins, so it's split right now. It's hard to bet against the Chiefs. Sorry, I got P.A. Mahomes. He's showing.
You still talking about that?
Yeah,
you are.
I thought this was Dolphins and the Steelers.
Sorry, I'm fucking shot. Kenny.
Justice
beyond shot.
This is Dolphins Steelers right now.
Dolphins.
Are you good?
Dolphins Steelers. Fuck.
I thought you just said Dolphins.
No, I'm taking Steelers.
You said is Tua back? Is Tyreek Hill
No. I don't think Tua is going to come back strong.
So Steelers.
Steelers.
All right. You got it, big baby. All right. And then last but not least, we got our beloved Jets versus
Jets.
I'm taking the Jets. Fuck it. And I'm going to say 23-19.
All right. So
not bad.
The over would hit, then the under would not hit it with that score.
Would it just hit or like 1 point over?
It would hit by It would hit by like a couple of points. 23-19. That's 40. It would hit by like 3 or 4 points.
Okay. I could see that. I could see a couple special teams plays and field goals.
Yeah. No, 23-19. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Justin, you go.
Fucking hell. I have to pick the Jets. Gotta pick the Jets. This has to be even if Russell plays, it's gotta be a win.
Oh, I think Russell playing gives us the best chance to win.
Yes, I think so also.
What's your final
That's
score?
what everyone says because Russell has been making so many mistakes. I'm still waiting for his one good game this year.
Yeah, but he's hurt. He's hurt too.
Hopefully his one good game this year is not against the Jets. The score will be
40-7.
No.
Jets gonna cover that over by themselves.
Man,
I said they could. That's the only way they cover the over. But 28. I'm giving 28-10. No. 28-13.
28-13.
28. Nah, fuck. 28-16. McManus is gonna hit 3 fucking.
So
16, is that right? Yeah, 16. 28-16.
Yeah, 16. Okay.
All right. Well, I am going to. I gotta run it back. I've been picking the Jets.
Yeah, you do.
Last couple of weeks, and they have won. So I gotta run it back, and we have to run it back with the white jerseys and the black pants.
Black pants.
Hey, I'd be down to see that. Again.
We cannot break that.
Kyler Murray, first down.
So I will take the Denver Broncos winning 19-17.
Oh,
Kind of right that score.
A lot of field goals.
Yeah,
but they'll get it.
Definitely.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Enough to get it done. And
I'm gonna screenshot this, send it to the chat. Let's go.
I think this is a game where our offense needs to show that we can just score touchdowns, where we get to the red zone and we don't settle. Hopefully we do.
Yeah, hopefully.
This is a good defense. It's a good defense we're facing. Shit. I mean, fucking Packers defense is good too.
It is what it is.
Facts.
What it is, man.
It is what it is.
Yeah, hopefully I am incorrect. Hopefully I'm incorrect in my predictions, but
yes.
Hopefully it delivers us another W. I actually kind of think that I think this game could really go either way. It would not surprise me at all if the Jets won. It wouldn't really surprise me if we lost. Wouldn't really surprise me it wouldn't even surprise me if it was a blowout in either direction. Nothing.
I wouldn't even care.
If Denver blows us out
the week after,
if Denver blows us out, that's a big weakness in our fucking defense that will be exploited. So Denver can't blow us out. The only way Denver blows out is if Russell Wilson goes back to his old days where he extends the plays and he finds
said he receivers. Was rejuvenated by Wolverine blood, so I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, no, I lied.
But, Cardinals just scored.
Russell is done. He's not elite quarterback anymore.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Justin?
Turn back the clock now.
I wish. Yeah. Okay. I think the podcast is over. Podcast is over. It was great talk. I hope y'all listen and enjoy the podcast. If y'all listen this far, thank you. Give us a 5-star rating. Whatever it is that you do to give it to make us pull up in your algorithm wherever it shows up on Spotify.
Follow us on Spotify, all that shit. Follow us on Twitter at AllGasPod, and follow us on Instagram at AllGasNoBreakPod. Love you all. Have a great day or night or whatever time it is that you're listening. Enjoy it and bye. Love you.
Let's go Jets.
J-E-T.
All right, y'all. I'm about to peace out. I'm about to eat.
Wow.
Talk to y'all in the chat.
Flag in a
Because this fucking game is pissing me off, and this game, yeah.
Yeah.